Coming up on Small Town Big Deal.
It's a recreational sport not for the weak-kneed or faint of heart.
3, 2, 1, see ya!
But if that's just a little too crazy for you, we found another way to get that flying high, wind in your face experience.
Love it. What do you think of that?
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
You know, we've done some wild and crazy things on Small Town Big Deal, but today literally falls into the category of extreme sports.
We are in Fayetteville, West Virginia, where once a year they close the third tallest bridge in America, the New River Gorge Bridge, so that people can zip line, rappel,
And base jump off of it.
Are you ready?
Located in the Appalachian Mountains, New River Gorge covers nearly 73,000 acres of land along 53 miles of the New River.
With a rich history of coal, timber towns, and railroads, this area has always been known for tough, resourceful people and plenty of characters.
So, when the nearly 900-foot-tall bridge was built high over the gorge, it just stands to reason that the tough, the resourceful, and yes, the characters would be drawn to it.
I can't wait to jump!
Fayetteville is 58 miles from the state capital of Charleston. But when you're on the New River Gorge Bridge this foggy morning, you're in another world.
When the bridge was completed in 1977, it was the tallest bridge in America. And it didn't take long for a, well, let's call it a non-sanctioned jump to occur. That first base jumper was Burton Irvin, and you can say he's a big reason that Bridge Day came about.
It has grown to the largest one-day event in the state. And now, on this one day, it's legal to walk across, rappel, and even heave yourself off of this mountain of steel, otherwise known as a base jump.
A base jump is a parachuted jump from a fixed object, a mountain, a building, anything that rises high into the air. The term is actually an acronym.
This year, I think we have just over 300 people registered. The limit's around 400, so as you can imagine, there's a lot of logistics. You also have upwards of 80,000 people that are spectating.
Safety is a top priority, especially in and around the landing zone at the bottom of the gorge.
I'm guessing water rescue is one of the most important jobs here today.
Absolutely. We love to see our parachutists land in the landing zone, which would be awesome, but that's not always possible.
Yeah.
And so we don't want them in the water with their chutes. It's a team effort. We have a lot of boats out here, a lot of people working on this, on the river.
How fast can you get to them?
But we're usually 15 to 20 seconds.
If there is an injury, tell me what's the protocol at that point?
We have a large contingent of ambulances and paramedics here. We also have helicopters on top if they need to be flown to a higher level hospital than what we have.
Adam gave us a close-up look at the most important piece of equipment to make landings safe.
This is my parachute.
It looks like a backpack.
Yeah.
It is a backpack, but it's got a harness built into it. So this is a 3-point harness, right? So you have your leg straps here, and then you have a chest strap that goes across. And the less components we have that go into this, the simpler it is, the less it can go wrong or fail.
The difference in the experience of, say, jumping out of a plane and parachuting and base jumping.
So think about base jumping as a technical offshoot of skydiving, right? You have a lot less altitude. With a skydive, you're completing your entire jump over 12,000 feet.
You know, when I was learning to fly a plane, they always taught us as long as you're high enough, you can recover from just about anything.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that kind of stays the same way with parachuting. So
Yep.
on a base jump, you have a real small margin of error.
Exactly.
The bridge is how high?
It's 876 feet above the water.
So for base jumpers, that's a fairly high base jump?
That's pretty high, yeah. And that's why this bridge is famous all over the world. We have Ukrainian jumpers, we have Russian jumpers, Australian jumpers that come to Bridge Day specifically to jump this bridge.
With that kind of worldwide appeal, you can imagine the excitement as the clock ticks towards the first jump.
And Adam is attaching a GoPro to his helmet so we can all get as close to the sensation of a base jump as we can without actually having to do one.
So we are now about 30 minutes out from the very first jump, and here we are. This is where circle marks the spot. This is the place they're aiming for. Not all will hit it, but we're hoping most do.
Okay, we're about ready to start, but you know, it's still foggy here. I can't see the bottom, but it's clear at the bottom. So they're gonna let them jump through the fog.
The flag bearers are climbing to the top as Bridge Day is about to officially begin.
As the base jumpers make their final preps, Jan and I found out there is more than one way to soar high above these West Virginia hills. That's coming up next. But first, which famous structure is higher than the New River Gorge Bridge? Is it the Washington Monument, the Empire State Building, or the Seattle Space Needle? The answer when we come right back.
So which famous structure is higher than the New River Gorge Bridge? It's not the Washington Monument and not Seattle Space Needle. If you said B, the Empire State Building, you are correct.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
We're at the New River Gorge Bridge in Fayetteville, West Virginia. It's one of the very rare places in the U.S. where it's legal to make a base jump. And even here, it's only legal on one day a year.
About 300 are signed up to jump, with more than 80,000 spectators here to cheer them on. People who practice both the physical and mental discipline of base jumping admit to the uninitiated it looks extreme. They also say it's much more powerful than an adrenaline rush. It's about the extraordinary focus and calm demanded of you.
We meet up with one jumper who also takes to the air in his own World War II Stearman biplane. So we head over to the hangar and get his take on jumping.
Bill, I have a question.
Okay.
Why do you base jump?
It's the proverbial question, right? Why jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Why jump off a perfectly good bridge? And it's a great question. Even though I fly airplanes and I work in aeromedical, things that are very demanding and do demand a high level of concentration, there is a certain a focus that is demanded via base jumping that I have not found anywhere else. Once you've been there, you want to go back.
Totally not what I was expecting.
Yeah, most people do assume it's the
rush
or the
They think
excitement.
you guys are adrenaline junkies.
Totally, totally, and I get that. And the other really great thing is you do get a free T-shirt with base.
Well, then why
with
not?
Bridge Day.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
I guarantee you, it's going to take more than a t-shirt to make me base jump. But flying in Bill's World War II open cockpit biplane? For that, I'm in.
And you're about to enter the Magic Kingdom, and this is way better than Disney.
Hey!
But really, it's timeless, right? I mean, this is a 75-year-old airplane. This is our history in aviation as a country, and it will never get old. This is what has driven us to fly for over 100 years, is the experience that you're about to have. I hope I can pry you out of the airplane, honestly.
Well, you know, I've never been in an open cockpit, so I'm looking forward. Let's go try it.
The only rule of aerobatics is don't fall out. Remember that.
I'm not planning on that.
Okay, good enough.
He's not going to do any acrobatics, is he?
So grab both handles up here on the left and right, and then stand up on those wooden floorboards. There we go. And then now sit straight down. Perfect.
Check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, we got good pressures, good temperatures already.
We taxi up the hill, making sure the runway is clear. And then, on our way back to our starting position, oh, shoot. There it goes.
Whoa! I thought he was going to duck under that, but I guess not.
So it seems our cameraman joins the ranks of the fearless this week. I've never known anyone who got hit by a plane. But he's all right, and so is our camera. Here we go. Seeing the West Virginia landscape from the biplane is breathtaking, and all the more in hand since you're not even having to look through a window.
Then Bill let Rodney fly the plane, and he's at the controls now. Bill's right, we may never get Rodney out of that plane.
Yeah, baby.
I think that's so cool that Rodney got to fly the plane. So like Red Baron Rodney now.
Now it's Jan's turn. Bill's wife, Ashley, helps her get in and gives her instructions.
Okay, so this is your speed. If you were doing aerobatic maneuvers, you'd hit those about 130.
After asking permission, Bill pulled some pretty radical banks, and I was feeling the G-forces. A little unnerving for this first-time open cockpit rider. But I said, let's do it again.
So when Bill said, do you want to do a loop? Man, my head said yes. My stomach said no.
Jan was having a good time because I heard her woohooing when she went by.
Bill and Ashley's company, Wild Blue Adventures, offers this ride of your life to anybody. You can go for straight and easy-going sightseeing or an aerobatic thrill ride. Either way, Bill's an amazing pilot, and his passion for flight is contagious.
I mean, this is all about flying. This is what flying was meant to be, I think, when we imagined it. It was what I imagined as a kid.
So for Rodney and me, I think flying in the open air cockpit is just enough of airtime that we want here at Bridge Day.
But not Bill. Up next, he's giving up his plane for a parachute and takes a leap of faith off the bridge.
As thousands of spectators stand in awe above and below to watch these extreme athletes fly. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
We're at the New River Gorge Bridge in Fayetteville, West Virginia. One incredible day every year, more than 80,000 people descend on this town to see fearless adventurers from around the world gather for this.
But to jump on Bridge Day, there are requirements that must be met, like having 100 skydiving jumps under your belt and taking a first base jump course the week before the event. Safety is paramount.
So I'm down in the gorge in the landing zone. Rodney's up on top of the bridge, and it is time to get this party started.
It's a perfect morning, really. You know, the wind isn't very strong, and the river's down, which makes where we land, the LZ, bigger. So big soft target and water is an option. Really doesn't get better than that.
You know, when you get over the edge, all fear goes away. And then you accelerate, and you don't hear nothing except the wind rushing. You build up a little airspeed, and you pitch out your pilot chute, and bang!
When this thing throws you, how long is it before you pull your chute?
Well, I'm going to take a 4-second delay. You got to have at least 2.7 seconds to clear the superstructure.
Oh my goodness. I did not think he was going to pull his chute. He was way down there before he pulled it.
No worries, Rodney. He pulled it in the nick of time.
It takes a special breed of people to tackle this bridge. And while the focus may be on the base jumpers, there's a large group of people who come for a different challenge.
Well, we rappel, we don't jump. It's controlled falling is what we like to call it. So we go down a single line.
One thing's pretty clear. To take on this bridge, you need to be experienced.
This is like the ultimate thing. You got to do other rappels before you get here. This cannot be your first rappel.
This year I actually got another very cool experience, which was I got to help put a young man with autism down the High Line today. So that was, again, a couple favorite experiences down here.
For this controlled falling or intense climbing, The proper equipment isn't complicated, but obviously crucial.
So the rope is intertwined with these bars, and then as you go, you're able to either add or remove bars to increase friction or decrease friction.
I've got the rope walker system. I've got my chest box here, and I stand in these, and then these are connected to the rope. It allows me just to walk up the rope.
Yeah, no problem for them. But can you imagine walking straight up these ropes, basically lifting your body weight with every step to a bridge that is 876 feet high? Impressive.
The other impressive thing here at Bridge Day is the great time that everyone is having here. Have you ever jumped off this bridge before?
Yes, I have.
What's the experience like?
I hate it. I don't know why I'm here right now.
So you hate it, but you're gonna jump anyway.
Yeah, I got problems.
And jump he did. Hey Jan, clown coming your way. Time to fly backwards. Time to fly, wait, what?
3, 2, 1. You gotta be double crazy for that. Oh my goodness.
They made it, Rodney, all is well.
And back up top, believe it or not, I found a base jumper I knew.
So Dustin, how long you been doing this?
About coming up on 4 years now.
Had you ever catapulted before?
That's the first time.
First time! Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. And a little soundbite here, he went to school with my son Reed. Shiloh Christian School, give him a little plug there.
Dustin says base jumping has actually been life-changing for him because it's helped tackle the challenges of depression.
It has helped me out incredibly. It's given me a whole new sense on life, or like a whole new take. I mean, it's something to look forward to, and something that's incredible.
Now it's time for our favorite pilot, Bill, and his jumping partner, Adam, to fly into this gorge.
2, 3, go! Here they go!
And here's what it looks like from Bill's helmet-mounted GoPro and Adam's too. It's the closest most of us will ever get to seeing what a base jump is really like.
Jan, it's up to you now to get the good landing.
So it looks like Adam's coming in for a soft landing over here, but Bill's trying to get to the target over here. Woo!
It's always awesome starting off. Clear day, nice weather with your buddy Bill.
Bridge Day is probably, it's the happiest day of the year.
We hope you've enjoyed this extreme edition of Small Town Big Deal.
You know, we've met so many different kinds of people on the show. I know we'll still meet in the future all kinds of really cool people, but these people may be the most fearless.
Well, that's something you and I are not.
I don't know, you've tried my cooking.
Well, okay, maybe in a few areas. But
You didn't have to agree with me.
anyway, we met some really passionate people who love what they do.
Including Bill. Oh my gosh, he loves flying, he loves that aircraft, and he wants to share it with everybody, and well, it makes me love him.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America.